What's up, Leafs Nation? Welcome back to another game preview. I'm Zack Phillips, and today we're going to be digging into game number 22 of the Toronto Maple Leafs regular season as they take on the Florida Panthers here tonight. Yes, the first place in the Atlantic. Toronto Maple Leafs head out and take on the Florida Panthers. Yet again, another game with no Austin Matthews, but it hasn't seemed to matter for this team over the last little while, winning 7 of their last 8 without him, and they have been trucking along. We'll dig into the lines, the power play, our best bet for tonight, and just a reminder, this is a presentation of Bet365. Open an account with Bet365 today and bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N, all caps, N-A-T-I-O-N, code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. But let's dig in here to our lines for tonight, and let's start with the first line that's sticking together. We heard Berube talking about them the other day, how well they've been playing together, how he just can't take them apart. It obviously makes sense. McMahon, Tavares, and Marner. I would not separate these guys either. I like that first line. I like what they bring. I like how McMahon's been playing. Marner has stepped up and been an absolute lightning rod for this line over the last couple of games as they've been together. He has been electric, showing every reason why he thinks he should be paid in this upcoming summer, but that's a conversation for another time. That first line stays together, and I think it's a good decision. As for the second line here, Robertson, Holmberg, Nylander. Look, Robertson, I think, has played a little bit better over the last couple of games. He still has not found a way to get on the board. We saw Nick tweeting out, Timothy Liljegren now has more goals than Nick Robertson, and it's like, haha, funny, but also kind of like, what the heck is going on? This kid needs to start scoring some goals. This second line needs to elevate here alongside William Nylander, a guy who has been incredible himself over the last little while. I want more production from Holmberg. I want more production from Robertson. Let's see if we get that here tonight in what should be a tough game against the Panthers, where they are going to mentally and physically challenge the Maple Leafs. Third line, a line I'm interested to see here tonight against Florida, where it's going to be a rough and tumble battle between these two teams, as we're anticipating. Florida, that's the way they like to play. They like to bully you. They want to run over you. They want to tell you, get the hell out of our building. And this is the first time we've seen this Maple Leafs team be in a position where they kind of just don't really care. It's not like they're trying to match it and play something that they're not. They're not scared of it anymore. They're just like, hey, you want to play that game? Let's go. We'll do it. We can play that game. We're not afraid of you. We'll go toe-to-toe. We can also go up and down the ice. We can score goals. We can play defense. We can do special teams. Our goaltenders are amazing. It doesn't really matter. The Leafs are able to go back and forth with it, and they're able to go toe-to-toe at these levels. This kid line is going to be challenged a little bit here, though. I don't know if we want to call it a kid line with Alex Nylander in that group, but regardless, it's a young group. It's a group with not too much NHL experience. Here we're looking at Grebenkin, Minton, and Nylander. Grebenkin and Minton have been far exceeding my expectations at the NHL level in their first couple of games here. I wrote an article over at TheLeafsNation.com the other day talking about Minton, his elevated level of play, how he has stepped up defensively, how he looks in his maturity levels, the kind of words that we've heard spoken about him from his teammates, his coaches, other media members. Like, everyone seems to love this kid and what he's bringing to the game. His maturity should shine through here tonight against Florida. I'm interested to see how a guy like Nylander deals with the pressure of this team, of Florida kind of putting that on you physically every single time you step on the ice. And I'm genuinely excited to watch Grebenkin in this type of matchup. That kid doesn't seem like he's afraid of anything. The post-game media, he embraces it. Barely speaks fluent English, but it doesn't matter. He'll go and answer questions. He'll talk to anybody. He's good for some sound bites. He's good to go in there and brawl with anybody. He's not going to back down. I'm excited about this kid tonight. He kind of feels like he could be that you-know-what disturber that can get in this game and kind of make some things happen. Maybe draw some penalties, get the Leafs onto the power play. I want to see really how he shines through in this one. It could be exciting. Fourth line, Steves, Dewar, Lorentz. No notes on that fourth line. They know their role. We all know their role. It's hard forecheck. Don't give up anything defensively. And finish every single goddamn check that you possibly can. If you score, bonus. Outside of that, I like the fourth line. I'm excited. That's our forward lines here tonight. Obviously, it looked like we might get a Matthews game here tonight. We saw that he was skating yesterday. He led the stretches. He was skating here today. for this the Leafs team in morning skate, but did not skate on the power play. Craig Berube then confirms after the fact he will not play here tonight. Unfortunate, but whatever. No need to rush him back. If you think he's going to be ready on Saturday, get him in there. If you just want him on the road trip, that's fine with me too. He is, after all, the captain of this team. But let's now take a look defensively. Morgan Rielly, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, first pair. I mean, I really have no notes on the defense, so I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'll just tell you what they are. Rielly, Ekman-Larsson, McCabe, Tanev, Benoit, Timmins. They've been playing really well. The team looks good defensively. The pairings look good. They don't really look like they've got anybody that's like overly exploitable. There's no Justin Hulls in this group. There's no Jake Gardner's who's going to be taking the brunt of it. It's kind of just being quiet on the defensive front, and I think that's for the best. So that is your special teams. You can see it on the screen there. Let's scroll down to our power play and our that was our defense. Let's go to our special team. Sorry. This is where we're going to lean into for our best bet today, which we'll get to in a second. But first power play unit, Alex Nylander steps into the first power play role. Johnny T, Marner, Rielly, Nylander are the other guys around them. We're seeing listed here Nick Robertson, Fraser Minton, Bobby McMahon, Ekman-Larsson, and Timmins on the second unit. I don't know how the second unit's going to go tonight, but last game, and I think the game before that as well, actually, Nylander was playing the full 2 minutes. He was going double duty with power play 1 and power play 2. So I'm going to monitor that second unit here tonight, but that's what they're listed as right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Nylander gets an extra runway here. So that is your lineup for tonight's game against the Florida Panthers. As for our goaltending matchups, which you can find over on Daily Faceoff, as always, it's easy to find. You go click on the Daily Faceoff site, lines, combinations, power plays, penalty kills. It's all there. We do it for every pregame show. You can also find goaltending matchups. Who's playing, who's likely, who's confirmed. Stolarz, Bobrovsky. That is your head-to-head here tonight. The battle of a previous and a current Florida goaltender. Stanley Cup winners on either side of the net. Doesn't matter how many games. Stanley Cup winners, either side of the net. That is your goaltending matchup. But I alluded to it. Let's get to our best bet of the night. Tonight's best bet is brought to you by Bet365, proud partner of the Leafs Nation pregame and the Leafs Nation After Dark. Open an account Bet365 today and bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, NATION. That's code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right. We, so far on this season, of the best bets given out, are up, profited in our pockets right now, $147. $147 in our pockets. We're 9-4 record, which I told you guys, and I'll continue to tell you guys, I don't care about the record. It's not about the record. It's about the dollars that are won, how much we win in terms of units up, units down. We are currently up 1.47 units right now, $147 profit. Tonight's best bet is going to be a little bit different. I've tried to find edges and angles in all of these different spots. Tonight was a little bit more of a tough one where I'm digging around. But we're going to do one for fun here tonight. One that I think could have some type of edge just from the standpoint of like, hey, we're looking at it this way. I don't know if these combinations are being factored into, but we're going to make a parlay. We're going to make a same game parlay here over on Bet365 for tonight's game. And I have an interest in this one because I feel like this kind of feels like an opportunity to me where, hey, maybe the amount of time that some of these guys are getting on the ice is just not maybe being factored into enough. And maybe we're going to have an opportunity to take advantage of something that is just unique to hockey and maybe not necessarily as unique to anywhere else. We're going to go on over to tonight's Leafs-Panthers game, and we're going to go first and foremost to the goal scorers part. The first person that we are adding is Alex Nylander, anytime goal at plus 450. He's playing on the first power play. He's getting net front. He's kind of involved in the passing and stuff. He's not just a tip guy. He's a guy who can pass the puck. He's a guy who can shoot the puck and be involved, skating around offensively as well. He's out there with his brother, and that's where we're going for the second part of this. We're going to go down to the points. I know it's a little bit heavier in terms of what the number is, but when we add this into the parlay, Nylander to record 1+ point here tonight brings us to a same game parlay of plus 625. So we're going to parlay Alex Nylander score a goal with William Nylander to score 1+ points. The reason I think we've got a little bit of something here more than usual is because it's marginal. If anything, I'm playing this more for fun than anything. But the reason behind this, just the justification behind this, I want to just clarify, like, there's no mathematical edge on this one. The justification behind this one is this is being priced as though they are never playing together really, or very rarely playing together, in my opinion. They're playing on the first power play unit together. If Alex Nylander gets shifted to the second unit, Willie is more than likely still playing with him because of the way we've seen this over the last little while. So it doesn't really factor in there for me. In a game against Florida, I feel like there's plenty of opportunities for power plays and penalties to be taken. So that's a benefit for us here as well. The final thing is, I don't think Craig Berube is glued to the idea that Robertson and Holmberg have to play with Nylander. If Alex Nylander plays well here tonight and Nick Robertson can't get anything going or is losing battles or Pontus Holmberg looks slow and out of place, I don't see a reason why Craig Berube won't change it. And we saw on Sunday against Utah, there were points in time where he had the Nylander brothers out there together. Whether intentional or not, they ended up on the ice at 5-on-5 even briefly. So I could see Berube changing things. I could see him putting them together. I could see even a fun spot. And even if these things don't happen together, even if Nylander doesn't assist on the Alex Nylander goal, I could still see Nylander scoring. I don't think that this is a bad number for him there at plus 450. And then elsewhere, Nylander to record a point. I mean, the guy's been on fire. Like, just the flattest, most simple terms of all of this. The guy's been unbelievable. To get a point here tonight against Florida, this just seems like a fun one. Like, let's just throw some pizza money on this. We'll have a little bit of fun tonight. Maybe we get a Nylander to Nylander connection in tonight's battle against the Panthers. So that's our best bet for tonight. We're going to put $25 on this one. $25 profits you $181. We're going to swing. Plus 625 SGP. We're going to swing here tonight. 25. Please play responsibly again to profit $181. I like this one. I think it's just fun no matter what. And you want to know what else is fun? Well, we have some exciting news. Mark your calendar, set your alarms, and clear your schedule because The Sheet with Jeff Merrick is coming your way. Starting December 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern, he's going live on Daily Faceoff YouTube channel every weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Whether you're glued to the NHL, keeping tabs on the PWHL, or tracking the next wave of talented junior hockey, The Sheet has you covered. Jeff will be diving into the biggest storylines shaping hockey today, news, rumors, emerging trends, and insights from every corner of the rink. He's got a lineup of incredible guest hosts and interviews that bring unique perspectives from all corners of the hockey world. From seasoned executives to top journalists and Olympic champions, The Sheet is your destination for in-depth conversations with the people shaping the game. So check out The Sheet starting December 2nd on Daily Faceoff YouTube channel and follow at The Sheet Hockey, at The Sheet Hockey on all your favorite social media platforms so you don't miss a second. I will be back here later tonight for another post-game breakdown. And yes, I will be joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Rosehill, to react to everything that's going on here in this one. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe here to Leafs Nation 401 on YouTube, turn on notifications so you get notified as soon as Rosie and I go live following tonight's game against Florida, teeing up game number 22. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the best bet, what you're betting yourself, how you view this game, and any predictions you might have. Thanks so much to everyone who tuned in here today. We appreciate it all, as always. We'll see you tonight. Keep believing. For more content just like this, including game previews, post-game live shows, Leafs Morning Take, Monday through Friday with Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill with special guests, as well as instant reaction videos. Make sure to be subscribed here to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and drop a like.